Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angie. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. This is a birthday wish sent to Angie Etheridge. You've been on my channel for ages and ages. It was your birthday yesterday. Oh, hi, Sprocky. On April Fool's Day. Like, what a classic birthday to have as your birth date, I mean. So all best wishes, Angie, wishing you lots of happiness in the world, and like you always say, let's stop the world and get off for a while. And I think that's a very good idea, which we did probably do a few years ago, Angie. But thanks for being on my channel for so long. You're awesome, and happy birthday to you. Let's all make a wish for you, Angie, and you make one too on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Angie. I hope you had a really good day yesterday. You're awesome. You always comment. You're always on my channel, as are a lot of you here, you wonderful people out there. Sending all these great vibes out into the world to help everybody to wake up. So happy birthday, Angie. Let's pull you a daily card. Let's have a bit of fun today, guys, and pull Angie a card for her birthday. The guides are guiding me to pull you a card, Angie, with a little message on it. Let's see what we get. Oh, we got one. Okay. This is your card, Angie, for your birthday. It's beautiful, isn't it? Work daily towards improving your mental health. Oh, there's your message. So do all those things that keep making you feel better and stronger, Angie, today. And that's probably for everybody out there as well. Work daily on improving your mental health. Hence, I'm personally outside with my doggos today. I've got Sprocket and Sophie here. So take care of yourself is basically the message, Angie, for your birthday. All right, let's get straight into the reading. We've got lots of admin. Like I said, I've got Sprocket here. I've got Sophie. They've been having their snacks. Sophie absolutely is doing all the hunting and vacuuming up of the snacks today. Sprocket's a bit worn out. Okay, first off, guys, there's a lot going on. I probably don't really need my glasses. I've written pretty big on my admin notes. Welcome anybody new as well. Don't forget, guys, like buttons. Lets people know my video is worth watching, and please feel free to comment. Oh, yes, and also, guys, I'm getting your comments back now from YouTube from 3 weeks ago. So apologies if I haven't written to you. You know, I'm very, very particular about writing back to your comments. I have to hunt in different places. I found a whole heap now that have popped up in my community, in my YouTube studio. They disappear and then they magically, poof, come back just like that. So bear with me, guys. I apologize. It's not me not reading your comments and not replying. It's me not seeing them for about 3 weeks or more. So if you're wondering why it takes so long to comment, that's why. Oh, it's chilly here this morning, guys. We've got a little bit of, a bit of fluff on me. We've got a little bit of wintry morning, but the days end up really beautiful. You know what autumn's like. I know a lot of you experience autumn. Okay, sorry. Me prattling on as usual. Firstly, we've got to talk about these document drops. We've got the RFK drops. Haven't heard much about them. I'm going to go and investigate that, guys, because it is very interesting. I know, Jen, you and I have been talking about that a lot. But the other conspiracy cracking open, yes, is that the German dictator, we know who that is, the guy with the little moustache. Look at all the birds today, all the parrots. I put some fresh seed in their little bird feeder and they're all excited. The German dictator might have lived on, yes, after the big event that happened many, many years ago. They're starting to unravel. The actual Prime Minister, is it Javier Milei, is releasing documents in Argentina saying that a lot of these German higher-ups and the little man with the mo may have lived on. And they're saying he lived on for another 20 years. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the chaos this would cause and the anger would rise up in people? I think most of us BS detectives here had a bit of a feeling that the body they found shot and burnt, was it, may not have been the man starting with H. I'm guessing that we all pretty much had that feeling anyway, but being conspiracy theorists we are, we always question a lot of things, don't we, guys? But I was watching, I think it's a channel Redacted, we're talking about it, but they were saying it does sound similar to Operation Paperclip in the USA. So many things going around, guys, at the moment, but very questionable, and it's very interesting if it ends up being the truth. Who knows? So many things are covered up, guys, but I thought that was interesting. Go and suss it out. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about it at the moment. This Prime Minister, that Javier Milei, who is awake, mind you, is talking about how he may have lived his life out in Argentina, which is very interesting, guys. Such a ruling dictator can just be protected. Like, how does this happen? Anyway, no surprise for us here. The other thing is, in Oz, we've got really wild weather conditions going on again. More flooding, more rain. And they've just recovered from Cyclone Alfred, as I was telling you about the other week. So this is all down the east coast of Australia, guys. New South Wales really copping it. They had 6-metre waves last night that ripped up all the paving around Manly and places like this. Like, really abnormal weather events. And not only that, up in Queensland there, where they're still flooding, they've still got more rain, they reckon there's like 100,000 roughly animals dead, meaning cattle, sheep, etc, etc. Like, what the hell, guys? What is going on? I know we talk about the weather all the time here. It's a huge issue globally, and we just have a lot of questions, don't we? The other thing is, we've got to touch on, is the Victoria's top cop. Yes, Victoria's had a lot of policing issues over the last 5 years. I always talk to you about Melbourne, the most locked down city in the world. Well, their police cop, well, he didn't really retire. I think he got sacked the other month. And a new one came in who was all keen, Rick Nugent, all ready to go. And he's lasted 41 days and he's already pulling the pin. And I was like, why is he pulling the pin after 41 days? I mean, we know Victoria is known as the policing state here. I'm sure in the UK you guys can relate. There's some sort of complaint or something that's come up from his past against him. So I think there's going to be more to this story. Watch this space. And Melbourne, Victoria is in a massive youth crime crisis. They're the ones that are trying to get rid of the big machetes and make them illegal. I don't even know what's going on. Jacinta Allen down there is as woke as they come. So watch this space, guys. But he's just pulled the pin on his big position, this Rick Nugent, head of police. So something's very strange down there. The other thing is, I can't not talk about in America, the Luigi Mangione, is it? He may be facing the death penalty. This is the guy who killed apparently killed the healthcare CEO. And they want to make a big example of him because they believe it was politically motivated. Now, there's no footage of the actual guy falling to the ground. Have you noticed there's no footage of that? This guy does look a bit of a patsy scapegoat to me. Just my opinion, guys. As you know, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. Take from them what you choose. But let me know what you guys think. So he's facing the death penalty now, and there's really not a lot of proof, is there? So I don't know what's happening, what's going on, and what they're trying to prove, but they want to make an example of him, they said. You know, they're very good at doing these things and highlighting. I don't even know, actually. This whole thing is very strange. I'm sure in America you guys are just like, oh, what is going on here? And the other thing we've got to talk about is, of course, we've got the election. I know in Canada and China, you guys will be going through the same thing. Oh, it's so painful. Constant ads in your face, just being bombarded on Facebook. We've got all the ads, TV everywhere. Elbow and Dutton. And now, oh yeah, they're in Melbourne. Yes, Melbourne, Victoria, like we were just discussing a minute ago, which, as you guys know here, the most locked down city in the world other than Panda during the big pandemic. And they're calling it the battleground happening in Victoria. And I thought that was very strange. This is what mainstream media is saying. The big battle is on in Victoria. So obviously Victoria is a very important state for Elbow and Dutton to be fighting for, because they're both down there at the moment. And when I heard the battleground for Victoria, it was kind of weird because it just reminded me of that video that I always tell you guys about, Battleground Melbourne, when the protests, it was made by the protesters in Melbourne who fought back after 2 years of lockdowns, and the police went out of control. So I thought it was weird they used that same terminology, battleground, but anyway, they did. And they have suffered in Victoria through 2 Labor governments. So it's going to be interesting to see where the vote goes, because we know Dictator Dan was an absolute dictating tyrant. And even though Jacinta Allen seems to have a softer look to her, same thing's going on. She's as woke as they come, guys. I know you know that, down in Victoria. My wedding recently was in Victoria. That's the first time I've ever been to Victoria, and I've got to say, it was really beautiful, and the people were really lovely. So I had good vibes from Victoria, despite it being a very police state way back when. And the other thing we have to talk about is, sorry, there's a lot of admin to get through today, guys. Back to the Epstein event. Virginia Dufresne was one of the ones that really spoke out against Prince Andrew, blah, blah, blah. We won't say too much because we know the censorship's very bad on YouTube. She moved to Oz and married an Aussie man, I think it was, and she did get a payout apparently from the royals or from Prince Andrew, same thing, I suppose it goes under the same umbrella. She's recently been hit by a very fast speeding bus, and she's actually come out and said she might only have a few days to live. Like, she's got small children, but for some reason she's talking quite openly about the speed this bus was going at that came towards her. I don't know much about it. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of this, guys. A little suspicious, I know, for us conspiracy theorists, supposed conspiracy theorists, BS detectives. A few questions around this, guys. What is happening? Because, as we know, there's a lot of documents and things coming out around this, the Epstein event. So, very strange, guys. Very strange. So, watch this space. We'll see how that pans out. What happens with the bus driver, if he just disappears and nothing ever comes of it, as usual. And the other thing is, there's schools here in Sydney who want their children to be able to opt out of the Anzac Day celebrations, which is a day of, Anzac Day here is a day of rejoicing and acknowledging how these people fought for our freedom. Basically, that's what it's about. But they're exclusive brethren, and they don't want their children to be involved in it, which, if that's the case, just don't be involved in it. But an email got it sent out apparently to the whole school, and they stated that it was like glorification of the war, glorification of killing and the war. But it's actually, Anzac Day here in Australia, if you ask anyone, it's really about freedom and sacrifice. And us BS detectives, freedom fighter, rebel mavericks, would certainly relate to fighting for your freedom. So it's a day that probably should be celebrated. We should all go marching in that, shouldn't we, guys? The BS detectives and freedom protesters from many years ago, we should be marching in that. We could jump on the tail end of these parades. Not that I'm saying we did, the things that those guys did, but, you just think, why would you get rid of a day like that that's just so important to the country? I know we're very multicultural now down here in Oz, as you are globally as well, but it's just bizarre to me why these things are starting to happen in our own country. I'm sure it's upsetting the old veterans as well, that they don't want the wars to be forgotten. We know how huge all these wars were in the past. There's nothing wrong with remembering them. And some of those people that went to the war for Australia, I know were young, some were really young, 17, 18, 19, mental, isn't it, the stuff that went on in the past? Anyway, even the ones that went to Vietnam, fought that war, there's so many things that we need to be celebrating as the sacrifices people made for all of our freedoms. So we don't want our freedoms being taken from us again. That's why a lot of us stand up and fight these things. Anyway, enough of that. The other thing is, we've got them talking about the Chinese spying. I know between Australia and New Zealand recently, there's been a lot of Chinese ships, probably from, relating back to Beijing, etc. But they were talking about these spying. There's more of this spying and the ship mapping. They talked about the mapping submarine cables that lay under the ground, and I was like, it was so weird. They actually showed the map on TV of where all through the oceans around Australia, where all these cables, apparently they just lay on the surface of the ocean. They're just they explain them as these size of a hose, like a garden hose, and they lay all through. And they were saying that if these get cut by Chinese spies, there's going to be outages to all our services in Australia. That's what they said. What do you make of that, guys? It's daft, isn't it? It's completely daft. I'm thinking, how do they keep the cables on the ground in the ocean anyway? Wouldn't they just move around? And I don't even think this is real, guys. I don't know. I could be just some strange person questioning everything, but I did find it odd that they said that if they cut any of those hose pipes, submarine mapping cables, that we're going to have outages across our services in Australia. It was mad. It makes nothing makes sense, guys. Oh, and also we had our RBA meeting. The Reserve Bank of Australia met yesterday about the interest rates. Oh, surprise, surprise. All being held. It's all on hold. 4.1%. Yes, not dropping, not going up, but just staying the same. Just they're keeping the status quo, guys. So no great relief for Australians as yet. Oh, but Elbow will tell you he'll bring great relief when he gets voted in. Oh my God, help us in Australia, guys. I know you guys are going through this in the UK as well. Oh, what is going to happen, guys? Bring on these votes, I say. We need it to be the change like the Trump show, don't we, guys? Fingers. All right, guys, how about we get straight into the reading and we'll see what comes up. I'm getting New Zealand, and they're showing me that people are getting back to the old piggy bank saving. So it's showing me like a piggy bank and people putting their money in. People are putting money aside for rainy days now in New Zealand. I feel like finally, and I always say it, you guys are finally getting some financial relief. Hello, Sophie. Some financial relief, some ability to move forward. So they're starting to do a little bit of savings, people in New Zealand. I feel like you're finally getting some relief. This could even be just around interest rates dropping, or this could be coming. I keep telling you, Chris Luxon's he's got your best interests at heart. He's really trying to help the little people. We know he's going to also have to look at, keeping his country on the world stage, because you're a tiny little country over there, if you think about it. Like Australia, we're tiny. You guys, are tiny, but we seem to be quite on the world stage. It's very weird. Possibly because we have good resources here in Oz and in New Zealand. So I am seeing people in New Zealand are able to start to save a little bit of money. Things are looking brighter financially and to do with cost of living. I'm not saying all aspects, but I'm saying people are getting smarter now. Well, when they have got a little bit of a cash relief or relief in their budgets, they're putting it aside. People are being smarter and wiser in New Zealand. And so that's why they're showing me the piggy bank. People are starting to do a little bit of savings again. Like just with, loose change, maybe some tax rebates. I'm just getting this kind of thing. It'll start to happen probably over the next year is what I'm getting. There'll be this relief, which is fantastic, guys. You need him to stay in for a while so you get the benefits of what he's actually trying to do for the little people. Things aren't as dire as they were, is what I'm getting. It's showing me Europe again, and I'm getting people are like buckled in like on a ride at the show. It's like people are putting there's the little people, peasants and Lego people. They're putting their seatbelts on and they're hanging on like this to the chair, and they're ready to like catapult and take off. People aren't as scared anymore in Europe. For a long time, people have been silenced, squashed, shut down. We know financially you've been shut down and the cost of living has just gone through the roof over there. But it's like people are buckled up, ready for the ride now. They're ready to take on their government. I keep saying you're going to get protests, you're going to get strikes, you're going to get all sorts of things. And people are feeling more secure and safer in doing that. That's why we're getting the seatbelt and the hanging on like this, like you're not going to be thrown out of the ride, for example. This is how people are feeling. They're more secure because they're doing this en masse. They're doing it in numbers. This is the striking. And you think about strikes, sometimes there's a mediator involved, the union or whatever, representing the people as well. So I do feel there's ways of protesting in a safe way against government. I think we used to have this for China, but I am getting that for Europe. people are buckling in now, ready for the the ride, the circus show ride. That's what I'm getting. This is the little people, because they know it's not going to be easy. They know it's going to be a bit turbulent and not easy to face. But they're buckling in now. They're strapping in for what's to come, because they know they have to fight back. They have to fight back in Europe, or they're just going to get completely squashed and trod on. Let's see what else we got. Hang on. But what I'm getting in Europe too, it hasn't quite happened yet. It's coming though. It's coming. I reckon within the next 3 months we'll see these strikes happening across Europe, and they're going to be big, 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 big strikes. And it's against government. It's against government spending. It's against government, well, politicians putting their pay up, having pay rises regularly, which we know they all do globally. And what happens to the little people? Nothing. Their wages just don't go anywhere. Do they? They're just stagnant. As cost of living goes up here, wages just stop down here. And it's completely out of balance, isn't it, guys? So this is what people are going to strike over as well. Okay. Oh, I'm just seeing Berlin Wall again. Not literally, it's just an image. The people are really going to be angry about a lot of the stuff that's coming out. I do feel this in Germany. I always say Germany's rising. Germany's had a lot of terrible, well, I guess you could say, kind of terrible incidences of terrorism at these marketplaces, etc., where someone's driven through, usually immigration associated, not always probably, but I am getting that. So I am getting people still rising, and I'm getting this Berlin Wall still. People are still building and stacking up this Berlin Wall between them and government. They don't like the decisions being made over there. They're harbouring a lot of anger and resentment, the people in Germany still. And it could be ancestral, like, ties to the past as well. Of course, people carry a lot of that through. But I'm still getting that the people, well, particularly the youth we get, will stand up in Germany. I'm getting Berlin. I'm getting marches and, like, protesting, like, marches. But it's more about youth and the future, and universities, and where their lives are going and why aren't they getting opportunities. I'm just getting this kind of thing for Germany's protest. They don't like some of the laws and the things that the government is, well, alluding to. We know they do everything by stealth and very sneakily pass bills through, etc., etc. But young people are starting to wake up in Germany. They're seeing that their future's not bright. And we know it wouldn't be, because how would you afford housing? How would you afford to feed your family? Who's going to have kids? Probably no one, because they can't afford to have them. I mean, it goes on and on. So I am getting that. Within the next 6 months, I think I'm seeing these. All right. Oh, I'm just getting in the Pacific region. You know how everyone's very competitive up above Papua New Guinea. There's this Pacific region. I'm seeing lots of American Navy ships. Trump is really trying to override Panda when it comes to the ocean waters protection and things like this. I am seeing more Navy ships circulating. American Navy ships. They are big American Navy ships on patrol in the Pacific region. Trump is really letting everyone know, that America's a big force. They're not going to be stompled on by, well, example, the European government that comes together, etc. He's going to really build up that strength of America now on, well, military-wise, obviously, but with the Navy ships is big. Could be submarines and things too, but I'm just seeing really big Navy ships patrolling a lot of waters where Panda was trying to dominate. Well, now I'm seeing that Trump is really stepping all that up, because he won't be intimidated. Trump won't be intimidated, but he'll hold his ground as well, and he'll do whatever it takes to protect his country. He's very patriotic, Trump, to America. he is rebuilding America. He is. I'm getting France, and I am getting this storming of the parliament. Things might start going on in France. I'm just seeing unrest, people, farmers, steps of parliament. I just keep getting steps of parliament. I just feel like everyone in France is getting frustrated by not having their say. Why isn't our opinion being respected? The little people are thinking these things. You've had to put up with a lot with Macron over the last how many ever years, and you still feel like you're not being heard, you're not being respected. I am getting this. I'm just seeing French farmers. French farmers are being targeted. They're being targeted. So I am seeing this steps of the parliament. Let's hope it's the dumping of the poop and hay and everything. But I am getting that definitely the farmers feel they're not being heard. And other people too, not just farmers. But I am seeing farmer protests in France. Getting Greenland. And I'm getting there's a mission happening in Greenland. It's like a secret mission in Greenland. And it's all about the positioning. I say there's a lot going on in a lot of these parts to do with satellites, communication, space travel. I'm getting that for Greenland too, but it's all mysterious. People may not know about it up there, but there's a lot of activity happening in Greenland when it comes to, I'm getting space travel, space missions. I'm just getting that. Oh, did you see that Eric Phillips is getting ready to go into space, the Aussie astronaut? Like, where are they going? Are they just flying, apparently, out into the stratosphere, like, and hanging out there? Like, I don't understand. I'm confused. Someone said Katy Perry's heading out to space soon. What the hell, guys? We do not know what is real and what isn't here on this channel. Let's see if there's anything else, and then we'll pull some cards, guys. Oh, I'm getting Africa. And I know that you guys were telling, well, you guys always confirm what's happening. There's a lot of diamond mines and things over there. I'm getting that song from James Bond, Diamonds Are Forever. And I'm getting there's a lot of greed and people trying to get their hands on the diamonds and gold in Africa. It's your biggest trade is what I'm getting. There's a lot of value, obviously a lot of money, but there's a lot of power trying to get hold of the, what do you call it, licenses on the mines. I'm just getting that. But it's all power, money, and greed. We know it is. I mean, the little people never gain from that, do they? Like, if the diamond mines get sold off overseas or whatever, the little people aren't going to gain from that, are they? Which is sad, because then some other country, for example, Panda or whatever, is taking all the profits. So I do feel there's a bit of an imbalance at the moment going on in Africa around the diamond mines, because I'm getting that song Diamonds Are Forever. They're very hard to break down, aren't they, diamonds? That's why that song's very suitable, isn't it? They really hold their value is probably what I'm thinking. Gold's going up too. I think silver's even going up, isn't it, guys? So I'm getting that song Diamonds Are Forever. But it's, you know, there's an imbalance at the moment because the greed and the powerful people, you know, the world elites who think they're elite, are trying to just get control of every resource globally that's of value. We know that certain minerals here in Oz, etc., are of great value. So they're all trying, all these big corporate, I guess you could call them, you know, BlackRock, Vanguard, all the above, are really trying to get control of all this, well, all the commodities and resources that provide enormous wealth, because they don't want the little people getting anything from it, do they? Of course not. We always lose out, don't we? The little people don't really come into the equation, do we? We're not part of the agenda. We're kind of, it's a big group of wealthy elite, rich, powerful people, and we're not in that group, guys. They won't let us in. Yes, we know. Oh God, let's pull some cards, guys. I don't even know what's going on in this world. I know you guys are the same. We're just over it. You right, Spocky? Let's do a healing angel card by Doreen Virtue. She went really weird, didn't she, guys? Doreen Virtue. Oh my goodness. She just went, now she thinks all this psychic stuff woo-woo garbage. How did that happen? She made all this money and everything off it and then just changed a tune. I don't get it. Oh, forgiveness. It's always a bit hard, forgiveness, isn't it? I've got to say, I do struggle with forgiveness because you hold a lot of, well, we harbour a lot of resentment and things towards a lot of people for how they treated us in the last few years and over our lifetime, probably for some of us as well. But to me, when I think of forgiveness, it's not really, and I always say it's not really about forgiving the other person. It's about forgiving yourself for how you reacted and felt when that happened to you, because it's just a reaction that we have. It's like you automatically go into that, it's about me or whatever, but now you realise as you awaken that it's never much about you. It's like forgiving yourself. That's how I see that card. Forgiveness is about, well, it's letting go, but it's also about forgiving yourself for how you might have reacted, like in those situations. Whereas now you sort of have this spiritual maturity that you react to things very differently. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. We all relate to things differently. Oh, hang on. I've done a few of these. I'll get some we haven't done. You right, Spocky? What you doing? Stop it. They love when I'm outside. It's so cute, isn't it? Oh, I've got cards falling everywhere. Oh, there's so many birds out today. It's beautiful. That's a Corella making that noise. Oh, this is cute, guys. Look at this one. I balance my masculine and feminine sides. I'm doing a bit of yoga. I'm actually thinking of doing meditation class at my crystal shop. She does a meditation class on Thursday, so I might go along and start clearing my mind, doing something different. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I'm at peace and all is well. It's cute, isn't it? Sun shining, the moon, just sitting in the yoga position, feeling very balanced. That's something we constantly work at here, isn't it, guys? Being balanced in ourselves. Let's pull a daily healing and hope Spocket doesn't knock the camera over because he's right next to it, guys. Oh my God. Spocky. Oh my God, my dog. Come back here. No, come back here. Come here. Sit. No. Oh, sorry, guys. No, move over there. Oh, Spocket. No. Oh my God, he's leaning right on the table, guys. Sorry, I hope he doesn't bump it. Quick, let's do the cards before he bumps. Oh, this looks interesting. Like a storm and lightning surge. I've got to get my glasses on for this one. Oh, God, help me. Spocky, do you have to sit right there? Avoid hateful thoughts as they are just as hurtful as physically striking someone. That's a really interesting card, isn't it? It's kind of, because when you do put out that sort of energy, you get that energy back. I think we're pretty aware of that on this channel. But also, as I often talk about with my daughter and myself being empaths, and I know a lot of you guys are intuitive, sensitive souls and empaths, we feel energy behind words and thoughts. So, and we understand how telepathy and energy works, don't we, here on this channel, guys? So it's true. You have to share or put kindness out. It has a much better frequency vibration. It's like anything. When we were being hurt by a lot of people, say 5 years ago, and we were being ostracized, vilified from society, for an example, we had to get to a point where we felt sorry for those people. We ended up calling them sleepwalkers. They couldn't help it. They were in the mass psychosis. So we had to kind of look at things from a softer viewpoint and just realize that they actually couldn't see the vibrational frequency that we were feeling, sensing, and we were aware of. They couldn't see it. They didn't have their crystal glasses on. They were blinded to it. The veils hadn't lifted for a lot of them. They're starting to lift now, thank God. So I do understand what that card's saying. We have to be softer and not send anger and hostility and all those kind of negative emotions out, because it makes people feel worse too. We've got to sort of be aware of what frequency we're sending off as well. All right, let's see if there's anything else to finish off with today, guys, before Sprocket knocks the camera over. I don't even know where Sophie's in the dirt. Well, oh yeah, you can just see her through the chair. There she is laying down. Oh, she loves the dirt. So beautiful out here today. I'm getting that Neil Diamond song, Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline, do 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 do. Good times never felt so good. It's just an uplifting song. I really like that song. I love you, Spocky. Lay down. I'm getting that song, Neil Diamond, Day to Day. Love on the rocks, ain't nothing new. Give me a strength and I'll tell you what to do. I don't know the words. Yesterday's gone and all I want is a smile. Great song. And I'm sort of getting that, you know, you think of the rocks and the ocean smashing on the rocks. You know, you go through these hard times, but then, you know, you can just smile and, you know, maybe we go listen to the words of that song. I do love that song. Love on the Rocks by Neil Diamond. Let's see what else we get. They're giving me that song blue. Song blue. Everybody knows one. Song blue. Da, 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 da. Don't know why we're getting so much Neil Diamond today. We just are. Oh, I'm going to leave you with this one today. Oh, I love this song of Neil Diamond's. Is it I Am? I am my pride to no one else. Do, 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 do. And no one else can hear, not even the chair. That's just about us. That song's for us. Staying in your truth, staying in your power. Sitting in your chair like I am out in nature. But that's the song I'm going to leave with. I am my pride. Oh, I love that song. Let's go play that today. It's so uplifting. And, you know, we always talk about how we're alone, but we're not lonely. Like, we enjoy our own company. We actually find strength in being alone because no one can take our energy. No one can overwhelm us. I mean, we've got better at protecting ourselves, certainly, when we go out in a social situation. But this is about protecting yourself and staying in your truth and power. That's why I'm getting that song, I Am. I think it's called I Am. Go look it up. You'll know what I mean. All right, guys. I'm going to say goodbye from you and the doggos. I'll see if I can show you them. There's Soph. God bless that dog in the dirt, as per usual. See if I can get Sprocky on. Oh, there he is. Sprocky. Oh, he's such a big goofy. I love being outside. It's so beautiful out here today. Hope you guys are enjoying spring over there. I know a lot of you are coming into spring, you lucky ducks. Oh, I've got all the freezing to come. Anyway, I'll survive. All right, take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget like buttons. Please comment. Like I said, YouTube takes my comments, brings them back weeks later, so bear with me, guys. I know it's awful, but what can you do? Anyway, please consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Bye.